Dear students, now we are moving to the different orders of this class Reptilia, and we are starting with the Cotylosauria. We have just mentioned what does mean by this Cotylosauria in the previous class. These are popularly known as stem reptiles. Stem reptiles in the sense that most of the advanced reptiles that we are just now we are just observing in our nature are derived from this particular group. So hence this is the most primitive and wholly extinct reptiles. They are known to be existed mainly in the Carboniferous to Middle Triassic period. Structurally, most of the features, structurally salient features are closely resembles to the labyrinthine shape with respect mainly in the skeletal system. The concerned examples under this order is called the Hylodomes. Then comes the extant reptiles. That means the present day reptile generally includes the present day reptiles. And as we know that the present day reptiles are various, they are diverse, highly diverse in nature. So we are just classified all these present day reptiles into 4 different orders. As order Chelonia, including turtles, tortoises, and terrapins. Order Rincocephalia, including the living fossil that is called a Sphinodon or Tuatara lizard. And the order Crocodilia, including crocodiles, alligators, gharials, as well as caimans. And the order Squamata, including the lizard as well as snakes. So we are starting with the order Chelonia. Order Chelonia includes 12 families under 90 genera and 250 species. They are either aquatic or terrestrial in habitat. Aquatic in the sense that they may be either freshwater or marine in habitat. And hence this particular order has been divided into 3 different categories. They are turtles, that is marine forms, tortoises, terrestrial forms, and terrapins, freshwater forms. Then what about the nutritional requirements? Some are herbivorous in nature, purely herbivorous in nature, and some are omnivorous in nature. Omnivorous in the sense they generally feeds upon both vegetation as well as certain carnivorous in nature. That means feeds upon worms, snails, bivalves, etc. Then as they are coming under an anapsidal skull, they do not have any temporal foci in the skull, and they are generally having a toothless horny jaws. That is for the masticating apparatus, they generally consisting of the toothless horny jaws. Not a true teeth is present. It is only just a projections of the jaws as skin folds. So that's all about the general idea. Then comes what are the salient features of this particular order Chelonia. We can differentiate this particular unique feature, the most differentiating feature or the peculiar feature of this particular order from all other orders is that the presence of a bony shell or armor which is covering the entire body. When you look through a turtle, you can see that the head, limbs as well as the tail are entirely covered by a bony structure that is called a bony shell. And if we are looking through its anatomy, we can see that the bony shell has a dorsal ridged part and a ventral part. The dorsal part is called the carapace. Here you can see that this is the carapace. This is the carapace, and the ventral portion is called the plastron. This is the ventral region. In the ventral region also you can see a slightly bony-like structure that is called the plastron. Then comes the digits then comes the limbs. They are generally having a pentadactyl limbs. Pentadactyl in the sense that the limbs, forelimb as well as the hind limbs are provided with the 5 digits. And these pentadactyl limbs are modified into either walking legs or swimming paddles. I told you that actually they are adapted to live in both terrestrial as well as aquatic environment. So for a life in terrestrial habitat, these pentadactyl limbs are modified into walking legs, and for an aquatic life, these limbs are modified into swimming paddles for swimming. Then they have an apsidal skull, that means without temporal foci. Then single-headed ribs. When we are looking through the skeletal system, the ribs generally consisting of a single head with only a capitula. That means this is the condition. Here you can see that these are the ribs of Chelonians. Here you can see that the anterior part is only consisting of only a single head. Okay, so this is the condition. Then they are provided with how many sacral vertebrae? They are provided with 2 sacral vertebrae. Then comes the humerus bone. We know that the humerus is one of the bone which is found at the forelimb. And the humerus bone generally consisting of epicondyle foramen. So this is the epicondyle foramen and this is the humerus bone. You can see that the anterior portion of this humerus bone is occupied by this small depression that is called a epicondyle foramen. A lateral epicondyle foramen and a nodal epicondyle foramen is formed. Then comes pubis and ischia. We know that the pubis as well as the ischia are the part of pelvic girdle. So these two bones are united together and forms a compound bone that is called symphysis. Then quadrate bone. Quadrate bone, we know that it is one of the bones which is generally found concerned with the supporting the jaw. So this quadrate bone is actually immovable in nature. Then about the cloacal opening. Cloacal opening is a slit-like structure which is generally concerned with the passing out the fertilized egg from female's body. It is actually longitudinal in nature rather than transverse. So these are the peculiar features of this order Chelonia. And let's have a look for the difference between this turtle, tortoises as well as terrapins. I told you that the turtles are generally concerned with the adapting a marine life and hence their forelimbs are generally modified into a flip-like or paddle-like swimming paddles. This is a swimming paddle. Here you can see that there is no claws are present and digits are present. It is actually a oar-like structure for swimming in marine habitat. Then as they are living in or they are spending most of their time in marine habitat or saltwater habitat, their body generally contains particular glands called as glands or tear glands. They are concerned with the excreting excess amount of salt. Then sometimes they visit to the land mainly for egg laying. So these are the peculiar features of the turtles. Then terrapins. Terrapins are actually adapted to live in freshwater habitat. Here this is a terrapins. Here the two halves, that is the carapace, the dorsal carapace and the ventral plasmones are more or less solidly united to one. That means this dorsal structure as well as the ventral structure are united together and forms only one compound structure. Okay, then the feet, mainly the feet are generally the hind limbs. These are generally webbed and provided with strong jaws. So these are terrapins. These strong jaws are generally concerned with the digging the sand for depositing the egg. Okay, then that's all about the terrapins. Then comes the tortoises. These are tortoises. They are mainly concerned with the terrestrial, adapted to live in terrestrial habitat. Here the carapace as well as the plastrons are, here you can see that it is strongly united together. And the limbs are cylindrical in nature and provided with that. You can see that here you can see that the digits are separately seen. Okay, they are very short and clawed. They are not getting wet. So that's all about the difference between turtles, terrapins as well as tortoises. I hope you understood. If you have any doubt, please do in the comment section. Thank you.